usamos formas verbales, ¿sí? No usamos formas como, por ejemplo, la del presente simple, la del presente continuo, ¿sí? O la del pasado simple. Sino que vamos a usar unas palabritas, en este caso son modales, that these words will help me, right, to talk about the future. ¿Cuáles eran esos que recién las dijeron? The uses of...
Will, may, and might.
Very good. Will, may, and might. Very good. So, we use will for what? Todas son predicciones. ¿Sí? Estamos hablando de predicciones.
Para algo más certero era.
Will.
Ajá. So how much? I mean, how the percent has to be what?
More than 50.
More than 50. I mean, it has to be 100%.
Oh.
All right, 100%. So we use will with 100%. To say that we are talking about a strong prediction, okay? A strong prediction. What about, for example, may?
Cuando hay pocas posibilidades de que suceda.
Yeah, 50%. Okay, so it is in the middle. It is in the middle. Very good. And might?
The same of
10.
my.
It has to be less. Normally less than 50%. All right. So we use, for example, when we use may when we don't know for sure. When we don't know, we have 50% chances to. To say that prediction will be fulfilled. But we use might with less than 50% to talk about a remote prediction, a remote possibility. ¿Ok? Puede como algo muy, muy loco pasar, ¿sí? Pero no se sabe. All right. And we use these predictions normally based on what? Based on scientific evidence, or we use these predictions based on our own opinions normally?
They use about predictions.
Yeah, we are talking about predictions. But are these predictions with will, may, and might? Will, may, and might, are these predictions based on our own opinions or our own beliefs, or based on scientific events?
Opinions.
Our opinions.
Very good. Very good. So, focus on that, all right? Because normally we have will, the uses of will, may, and might with predictions. These are based on our own opinion. Why? There is one more form to talk about predictions, and that is be going to. All right? ¿Para qué usábamos el be going to? ¿Se acuerdan?
Era como tener que, ¿o no?
No, el be going to.
Para algo que vamos a decidir en corto plazo, algo que vamos a hacer.
No, not exactly like that.
Para planes.
Muy bien, para planes, ¿sí? Generalmente usamos be going to para hablar sobre planes, ¿sí? Yo voy a hacer tal cosa, voy a hacer tal otra cosa, ¿sí? Esa es una, para eso yo uso el be going to. Eso lo han visto en inglés 3, ¿sí? Y yo ahora quiero sumarles pero no se los voy a tomar, sino para que ustedes siempre lo tengan en cuenta, que el be going to, también we use this form to talk about predictions. Me van a decir, pero otra forma más para hablar de prediction. Sí, es una forma también de hablar de prediction. ¿Sí? Y para hablar sobre strong predictions, como will. But what is the difference between will and be going to? All right. The difference is that normally normally, be going to is based, or the prediction with be going to is based on scientific evidence.
Ah, claro. O sea que está basado en algo más certero, sería.
En algo más certero. ¿Se acuerdan esta que habíamos visto? I'm going to share my screen so that you can have it. El libro no se los presenta, pero yo igual se los estoy diciendo, ¿sí? Para que ustedes lo anoten. So, do you remember this sentence? We are having a picnic. Oh, it might rain. ¿Sí? It might rain. ¿Se acuerdan que esto, sí? El it might rain, ¿qué me representaba? ¿Una remote possibility or a strong possibility or a strong prediction?
Remote.
Remote. A remote possibility, a remote prediction. La verdad que es muy poco que pasa. ¿Sí? Perdón, no era este, era... esperen, que ya se los comparto. Era este. Sí, me parece que era este. No, era, entonces el otro. So, this one. En la... so, do you remember this one? It says, look at the clouds. It, and you were supposed to complete with will, may, and might. Or won't, that is the negative of will. Do you remember that?
Will.
Yeah.
¿Este cuál era? Will. Okay, because normally we say, okay, look at the clouds. Look at the clouds. The clouds are gray. It is about to rain, okay? So we say, it will definitely rain soon. ¿Sí? No hay una diferencia muy grande entre el will y el be going to. ¿Sí? Pero, generally, we use be going to with scientific evidence. Imagínense, acá, por ejemplo, no les da la opción, pero imagínense que yo les estoy diciendo, look at the clouds. Can you smell? ¿Vieron ese olor al petracor, ese olor a tierra mojada que se siente antes de que llueva? Y que ya sabemos que se viene la lluvia.
Yes.
¿Han sentido ese olor?
Yes.
Bien. Si yo digo, look at the clouds, can you smell? Can you smell? Well, I mean, I think that it is about to rain. Normally, here, instead of will, we'll have it is going to, or it is definitely going to rain. We use the be going to, normally, here, because we have scientific evidence. ¿Cuál es la evidencia científica que yo tengo? Y bueno, que hay unas nubes terribles, ¿sí? Que ya sabemos que cuando hay nubes llueve, y que podemos sentir el olor. ¿Sí? Normally, be going to is based on evidence. Imagínense que viene un mozo y el mozo está como medio así, que le está corriendo la gota y medio como que está temblando con las bandejas, ¿sí? Podemos decir, oh, so he's going to fall, ¿sí? Todavía no se cae, pero es una predicción que podemos hacer basándonos en la evidencia que estamos viendo, ¿sí? He's going to fall. But in everyday English, normally people interchange will and be going to. So it doesn't matter because both represent strong prediction, or both have the meaning of strong prediction. All right. So that will be with predictions. Questions so far de las predictions. ¿Han podido ver? ¿Han podido revisar? All right. So let's see.
Teacher,
yeah.
I have one question.
Yeah.
If the sentence has probably, or um, um, I think I have to use will always, not no, no.
No, not exactly, because, for example, probably means probablemente, ¿sí? Es como que puede ser, en este caso creo que es may or might.
En el segundo,
In number 3, it isn't
will.
might, es will, so, sí, con will. Well, normally it is, probability is normally associated with, well, the different percentages, ¿sí? En este caso con will, bueno, puede ser, sí, we'll probably get a new computer, pero si, por ejemplo, ustedes me ponen acá en vez de might, ¿sí? Que no está la opción de la que yo le quiero decir, en vez de might, que me pongan may probably get a new computer, that would be okay, porque
Okay.
tenemos el probably, ¿sí? En este caso will, bueno, es como que es muy probable, me está diciendo que es muy probable que consigan, que tengan una computadora.
Okay. Thanks.
But probably is not only used with a will. It can be used with may and might as well. All right. So let's see this one. All right. So now I want you to think about the different ideas for the future. And these ideas are usually they are usually about food. That is the topic that we are dealing here. So what I want you to do is to read the sentences 1 to 6 and tell me if you agree with these sentences, okay? So you're going to say, ¿sí? Si están de acuerdo, me van a decir I agree, or I disagree, right? Si no están de acuerdo. I agree or I disagree. Don't say I am agree or I am disagree. In Spanish, that would be Spanish. In English, we say I agree or I disagree. Estoy de acuerdo o no estoy de acuerdo. So you're going to tell me if you agree or disagree, and you're going to tell me why. Okay? You're going to answer the question. So, for example, if I agree with a sentence or on sentence number 1, I'm going to say, for example, in the future, nobody will be hungry for long because, I don't know, a 3D printed food will rule the world, okay? Or will be the best source of food, ¿sí? La mejor fuente de comida, ¿sí? So, in a way, you have to say your reason, or you have to give your reasons predicting about the future as well. Entonces, vamos a dar una respuesta también con una predicción, ¿sí? Porque pienso que va a pasar tal cosa, o porque pienso que tal otra, right? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so I will give you a couple of minutes to read, and then you're going to tell me if you agree or disagree. In the meantime,
Teacher, una pregunta.
Ya, Lucía.
Pero bueno, igual. La 3 más o menos quiere decir que más personas deberían grow food.
Grow.
Grow es,
Ajá.
grow es aumentar. Ajá,
Cultivar.
sí,
Como
sí.
cultivar, como cosechar. Grow
Para
food to save money.
bien, bien. Listo. Ahora sí entendí.
All right. So, let's see. So I have here a list of names. Oh, ¿qué pasó? Medio que se trabó. Can you hear me? ¿Me escuchan?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Se trabó entonces acá. Me aparecen un montón de... The world stands with Ukraine. No sé por qué me aparece. Oh, right. This one. Okay, so I have here a couple of, your names on a spin, all right? So I'm going to spin the wheel, and you're going to give your opinion about something that is a prediction about the future. The thing is that the rest of you can coincide. I mean, you have to tell me if you agree with that person or you disagree. For example, imagine that I spin the wheel, and I choose Kata, okay? So Kata is going to tell us if she agrees or disagrees with, for example, the first idea, okay? And she's going to give her reasons, right? But then you will have to tell me if you agree or disagree with Kata, okay? And why? ¿Sí? Cada una después me dice si está de acuerdo o no con lo que dice Kata. No basándose en la idea principal, sino basándose en lo que ha dicho Kata, okay? Because perhaps she has some opinion that is valid for you, so you agree with her. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
So let's see. Let's spin the wheel. Andrea. All right, Andrea. So what about the first one?
Yes.
Can you read the first one?
Can I read it?
Yes.
So it says, in the future, nobody will be hungry for long.
Mm-hmm.
I actually disagree with this one
Okay. Why?
because I think food is getting, we are producing less food or we are getting less, ¿cómo se dice? Materia prima. Teacher?
Creo que no tiene internet.
Sí, creo que se cortó.
Sorry. Here I am. I'm back. So sorry. So Andrea, you were saying that we are producing what?
Less food, in my opinion.
Okay,
I
why?
didn't know the word for materia prima.
Okay, raw material.
Raw material.
Raw
Yes.
material. All right. So we are producing less raw material.
Yes.
Okay. And perhaps there is overpopulation. Overpopulation, what does it mean?
Sobrepoblación.
Overpopulation. Right. Okay. So what about the rest? Do you agree or disagree with Andrea's idea? Or sorry, or Andrea's idea? All right.
Agree.
I think the same.
Okay.
I agree.
You agree? Okay.
I
Very
agree.
good.
I agree.
Great. You agree as well. All right. So many of you agree on Andrea's idea. Excellent. Let's see who's next. Dun, 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 dun. Flor, can you read number 2? The prediction number 2?
Yes. People won't eat animals in the future.
Very good. So they won't eat animals in the future. What about this one?
I agree.
Okay, why?
Because in the future, maybe we maybe, ¿cómo se diría? Pasar hambre.
We may starve. Starve es pasar hambre.
Yeah, we may starve.
Okay, we may starve. All right, but perhaps you can eat some other type of food, because in this case they won't eat animals in the future, but perhaps they can eat some other things. Do you agree or disagree with on Flor's idea?
I disagree with Flor.
Okay, why?
Because I think in the future the people more alone and
Will be more alone.
And elegir.
Okay. So Lucia, remember, people will choose.
People will choose animal for compañía o afecto, no sé cómo decirlo.
Okay,
Or
very good.
feeling good.
Okay, or they will choose animals as pets. Como mascotas, quizás.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Do you agree with I mean, here for example we have two options, Lucia and Flor. Who disagrees with one of or two or the both of them?
I disagree because I think the people love meat, meats of animal meat, the texture and the smells.
All right. So perhaps they will eat some other types of food, perhaps vegetables or I don't know, grains. Do you know what grains are?
No.
Grains. ¿A qué suena parecido?
Granos.
Las legumbres.
Yeah, granos, legumbres. Yeah, grains. All right, very good. Let's see the third prediction. All right, Lucia, again.
Yes, teacher, but I don't take a book.
You don't have the book. So the third prediction says more people might grow food to save money.
Yes, I agree. Because in the future the people in our house. I think the grow vegetable.
They will grow vegetables.
Vegetables.
Okay, so they will grow vegetables.
And maybe animals.
Animals as well.
Yes, for example, chicken.
Chicken, all right. So, Lucia, do you grow your own food? Do you grow vegetables in your house, or do you buy them?
No, actually no.
Okay, now you don't do it. All right. Okay. What about the rest of you? Do you agree or disagree on Lucia's ideas?
I agree.
I agree.
Okay, and how many of you, right, have or grow food in the garden, in your gardens?
I do.
Just one. Andrea?
And me.
Silvina? All right. What do you grow?
Peppers.
Peppers? All right. Peppers?
Spinach.
Spinach?
Um,
Tomato, perhaps?
yes.
All right. So
Else.
you have a variety of vegetables. And you, Silvina, what do you grow?
Same. Peppers and spinach and apio. How do you say apio?
Oh, I don't know. No. Miren, les voy a ser honesto. Esas verduras, la verdad que no sé cómo se llaman. Son verduras.
Celery.
I think that celery has another is another type of vegetable.
Okay.
The thing is that you have a long variety, a wide variety of vegetables. And since I don't like vegetables, no me gustan mucho las verduras así, entonces nunca me aprendí los nombres. But let me look for it. In the meantime, let's continue. All right. So most of you agree on the idea that in the future people will grow their own food. Excellent. Okay, so let's see. What about the next one? Gabby. Gabby, what about number 4? Gabby? No, Gabby's not here. All right. Okay, Rocío?
Yes.
Okay.
Four. Sentence
Yeah,
four.
number 4.
Families won't have time to eat together. I agree.
Okay,
Because
why?
we have reduced the time in family for being more productive in the work or study or other things.
Okay, so we have many things to do, and we spend less time with our own family.
Yes.
And friends. Okay, do you agree or disagree with on Rocio's idea?
I agree.
I agree.
Okay.
I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
Because you always can do time for the family, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. So family for some people are important, and they can have some time. Okay, have some spare time with their families. Okay, very good. So sorry, Andrea, I look for it. It is celery. But celery, me parece, es como otra cosa. Lo pueden traducir como apio, pero en realidad generalmente tiene otra forma que el apio normal. Hay algunas verduras que nosotros por ahí no las conocemos o ellos no las conocen, entonces, por ejemplo, se traducen de forma distinta. ¿Vieron el zapallito verde, el zapallito chiquitito, el redondito? Bueno, ese, por ejemplo, ellos no lo tienen, ¿sí? Entonces ellos le dicen zucchini a uno que es alargadito. Y nosotros acá, por ejemplo, el zapallito verde redondito, en muchos lados lo conocen como zucchini. El tema de las verduras es terrible, ¿sí? Pero bueno, la traducción más cercana puede ser celery. Okay, let's go with prediction number 5. Gabby again. Gabby, are you here? No? No. I think that she's having some problems with the internet. Andrea again. Dun, 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 dun. Flor Saavedra. Okay, Flor. Prediction number 5.
Yes. The next generation may not know how to cook. They will order food on the internet. I disagree. Because if you like cooking, you will continue cooking when you have time.
Of course. And perhaps if you grow food, I mean, you will have to cook. If you grow food, you will have to cook yourself. Ok. Sonó muy feo eso. No es que te vas a cocinar, sino que vas a cocinar te vas a cocinar para vos. All right. For yourself. All right. So, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
You agree? Okay. Nico, do you make your own food? Do you know how to make your own food?
Yes, always. I cook for me.
Okay, very good. Not for anyone else, just for you.
Sometimes, but casi siempre, como, how do you say casi siempre?
Almost always.
Almost always, I cook for me.
Okay, all right. Okay, what about the rest? Do you agree or disagree? That if you like cooking, you will continue cooking.
I agree.
Okay. Miren, más vale que todos que me digan que I agree, más vale que después de un montón de años y los vean, sigan cocinando, nada de pedir delivery, nada de eso. All right, so let's see the last one. Paula Vera. So what is the last prediction? Paula, are you here?
I might learn how to cook in the future.
Okay.
For me, I disagree. Because
why?
I know how to cook.
Okay, you know how to cook. Okay. What about the rest of you?
I agree.
I agree too.
Okay.
Disagree.
No one disagree?
I do.
I disagree.
Okay, why?
I live by myself and I'm really bad at cooking. So it's unflavored, salty. So I'm not a fan of cooking.
Of cooking. Okay, so who cooks or what do you do? Do you buy food?
Sometimes, or sometimes I just have to eat whatever I made, even if it's gross, because I have to go back to school. So I don't have time.
Or perhaps you always bring your tupper to your mom's house or to your father's house?
No, because I live 5 hours from home, so I don't have that chance.
Yeah, that is not quite good. All right. Who else disagrees? I think that Flor Migani.
I disagree Because I cook, ¿cómo sería? Cocino poco.
I cook not very frequently.
Not very frequently.
Okay, so you don't cook very frequently, or I cook not very frequently. All right.
I agree with the sentence. Disagree with Paula because I the same floor, Migani. I cook meat and rice or something else, but no cosas elaboradas.
Okay. So not cosas elaboradas como por ejemplo cosas de like junk food.
¿Cómo? No, I don't understand.
Junk food is like, for example, when you go to McDonald's or like that, o comida elaborada tipo comida hecha en casa.
Hecha en casa.
Por ejemplo, comida del horno. Sí, yo.
So normally you say homemade food.
O sea, me refiero a que cocino poco y generalmente como carne, arroz, pero no es que me hago cosas muy elaboradas.
No.
Que lleven un proceso largo.
Yeah, so not, perhaps you can say not, ¿cómo que se llamaba eso? Tiene un nombre cuando la cocina es como muy peculiar.
O por ejemplo, tortas y todo eso, no tengo ni idea. Por eso me gustaría seguir aprendiendo.
There is a name for that, but it's French, and I don't remember. I have seen it in movies. There is a name for that. And for example, when you go to a restaurant, to a fancy restaurant, normally that kind of food that is it has a lot of process in it. It has a name.
Gourmet.
Gourmet. Yeah, gourmet. So you don't cook in a gourmet way.
Gourmet, no.
No gourmet. Just regular homemade food.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So listen. Now, I want you to tell me if here in Argentina, if you think that people think positive or negative about the government. Don't say why, no me digan no, porque es los kirchneristas y los peronistas, no. Just think about people in general.
Negative.
How people think, right? How people think about, for example, the government. If they think positively or negatively. Any government. Negatively. All right. Negatively. Someone positively. Alguien que me diga, no, la gente para mí.
Yo,
Okay, so for you, Lucia,
sí.
For any government, not just this one. ¿Qué piensa la gente de los gobiernos en general de acá en la Argentina?
No, negatively.
Negatively. All right, negatively. Okay. So, how do you see the future? What will the future hold us?
In Argentina?
In Argentina, yeah, of course. And Paula, you can contribute to whatever you hear from them.
The same.
From abroad. So what do you think?
More negative.
So people will think more negatively, right? Any other prediction?
No.
It will be an economic crisis.
There will be an economic crisis. Okay. So those are predictions, and those are very negative predictions. Okay. So listen, it is also important to think about or to have these ideas in mind, because Now, we are going to do some activities based on positive thinking or negative thinking, all right? Positive thinking or negative thinking. You don't have these copies, but I am going to upload these copies later at the end of the lesson, right? In the meantime, you can see the copies here in the screen. So the first thing that we are going to do is you're going to read the different conversations, what your friends says and what you normally say, right? And you're going to label the responses with O for optimist or P for pessimist. O for optimist, P for pessimist. So here, for example, your friend says, this check-in queue is really slow. This check-in queue is really slow. What is the meaning of check-in queue?
Ingresar a
No.
la llegada.
No.
Check-in del hotel, pero check-in queue no.
What is a queue? Like a row. For example, when some years ago, people normally had to queue to pay the bills in Pago Fácil, I don't know.
La fila.
Es una fila, right? Es una fila, sí. ¿Y la fila para qué?
Para pagar algo, para realizar algo.
En realidad no es para pagar algo. Para registrarse, para entrar en algún lugar. We don't know which place. Perhaps a hotel, perhaps, I don't know, a place. Many people had to queue, had to check in queue for Lollapalooza, for example. So, yeah, so you have a lot of queues, right? A lot of check-in queues. So this check-in queue is really slow. People are not moving. So what do you say? Don't worry, it will start moving soon. Or I know, we'll miss the flight. So here we have the answer. They are trying to get or catch a flight. Based on these responses, based on these answers, which of the two is an optimist response and which of the two is a pessimist response?
A positive y B negative.
All right, so A, that would be positive. Ay, perdón, escribí A. A, that would be positive, that is optimistic. Hoy estoy, no sé por qué los jueves termino como muy cansado de las escuelas, entonces estoy como siempre que me confundo cuando escribo. So, optimist, miércoles, encima es miércoles. So, this is optimistic, all right, habíamos puesto optimist, que era la persona. Optimist, and this one is pessimist. All right, so here you have some other, I would say, situations in which your friend says something, and here are some of the responses. I want you to pay attention, to read all the situations, and you tell me if these responses are optimist or pessimist. Bueno, les pido perdón desde ya, porque siempre me equivoco los miércoles, estoy re mal. Es que salgo de una escuela como hoy como con 50 niños ahora, entonces estoy como...
Qué paciencia.
Es mucho. Chun, 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 chun. So you have a lot of situations. Yeah.
What the meaning of kicker?
Kicker. Quicker.
Quicker.
So quick. Come on, quick. Quick.
Sí, sí, rápido.
Yeah, quicker is like more or faster.
Thanks.
All right, so we have here, let's drive to the restaurant.
A, negative, y B, positive.
Okay, so can you read, Lucia?
Yes. We'll never find anywhere to park. Esa es negative.
Okay, but we here we have not negative and positive. We have what?
Pessimist and optimist.
Pessimist, and this one is?
Optimist.
Optimist, okay. What about number 3, Nico?
I've lent my brother some money. A, optimistic. B, pessimist. I'm sure he will pay you back. You won't see it again.
Okay, you won't see it again. Very good. What about number 4, Silvina?
Yes, I'm taking my driving test tomorrow. It will go well, you see. Optimist.
All right, that will be.
You won't pass me. Pessimist.
Very good. What is the meaning of you won't pass?
No pasarás, no aprobarás.
No aprobarás, ¿sí? Eso quiere decir, you won't pass, all right? No aprobarás. What about number 5? Number 5, Flor Saavedra?
I'm selling my old laptop on eBay. You'll sell it easily, nobody will buy it. Optimist and B pessimist.
Okay, and P, pessimist. Okay, very good. What about this one? Hooray! Hey! Hooray is like cheering. Okay. Cata?
¿Lo leo entero de nuevo? Bueno, hooray, we are in the final.
In the final?
Yes, in the final. A, yes, but we are lose, que ese es pessimist. Y el B, que sería el optimist, que dice, yes, I'm sure we will win.
All right, we will win. What about number 7? Number 7, Flor Migani?
Yes, the 7th say, I am having Japanese classes next week.
I am having.
A is optimist. That will be interesting. And the pessimist is B. You'll never learn it.
Learn it. All right. And Rocío?
Yes, we're going to see the film in English. A, you won't understand a word, is a pessimist. B, you'll love it, and it'll be good practice, is optimist.
Optimist. Very good. So, listen. All these responses, which form, or is it about the future? Is it about the present? Is it about the past?
The future.
It is about the future.
The future. Why the future?
Probably.
No. Why the future?
Because
Yes, it will.
Okay, because we are using the will. Okay, we're using will, and will is about what? For predictions.
Predictions in the future.
In the future, strong predictions. All right, strong predictions. Now we are going to see if you are a pessimist or if you are an optimist. All right. So let's see. Here. Para esto, generalmente esto yo lo hago cuando estamos en una clase que no se pueden ver, ¿sí? Tienen todos el cuaderno, entonces es mucho más sencillo. But you have to make here, you have different sentences, and you have to make here, I would say, some optimist and some pessimist predictions. All right? So, based on these situations, based on the 5 situations that you have here, you have to make some predictions. They can be pessimist or they can be optimistic. Or pessimistic and optimistic. Vamos a ver if you are a total pessimist or if you are a total optimist.
¿Podría explicar de nuevo, profe?
Yeah, of course. Here you have 5 situations. You have to make predictions based on these 5 situations. These predictions that you're going to make can be pessimistic or optimistic. Let's see if you are a total pessimist or if you are a total optimist. Si yo tengo, son 5, si yo tengo 3 pesimistas y 2 optimistas, y bueno, entonces soy más pesimista que optimista. ¿Se dan cuenta? It depends, this is based on your response, on your personal response. ¿Sí?
Teacher, for me, all optimist. No?
You have to make the response. Because you need to make predictions. For example, let's see, let's do the first one. It says, I am going to have, imagine that your friend is coming. So I am going to have my first skiing lesson next week. So I can be an optimist and I can say, I will have a lot of fun. Right? I will have a blast. I will have a lot of fun. That would be what? A pessimistic prediction or an optimistic prediction?
Optimistic.
An optimistic.
An optimistic, okay? Bien, a mí me gusta esquiar, entonces I will have a lot of fun. But if I don't like skiing, for example, y me obligan a hacerlo, okay? I think that I will be bored. So that would be what? A pessimist. I mean, I will be a pessimist. Yes. You see? But this is based on your opinion. Perhaps you don't like Spielberg movies. Okay? Perhaps you don't like taking the train.
What is the meaning of Spielberg?
Spielberg, like Steven Spielberg, the film director. El que hizo la película. El que hizo la película de E.T. y ha hecho otras películas más. So is it clear now? Yeah, all right. Generalmente acá uno informa y el otro hace una predicción, pero como no podemos porque todos ven lo mismo. Hemos cambiado la dinámica del ejercicio.
Profe.
Ya.
Si yo quiero decir en el cine, ¿sería at the cinema o in the cinema?
At the cinema.
Gracias.
All right. Paula Vera. So, can you read the first sentence and say your response?
The first?
Yeah, the first one.
I'm going to have my first skiing lesson next week. I will be happy.
You will be happy. Okay, very optimistic. All right, very good. Gabi, can you read the same?
Yes. We're going to see the new Spielberg film tonight.
No, the same sentence. I am going to have my first skiing lesson.
Number 2?
No, number 1, the same.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have my first skiing lesson next week.
And your response is? What is your response, Gabi? Gabi?
No.
No what? What is your prediction based on this one? ¿Qué predicción me puedes hacer con respecto a esto?
¿No? Hello.
Hi. Sí, te escuchamos.
Okay. I will fine, very fine.
Okay, I will be fine. All right, I will be fine.
Hello.
Excellent. Excellent. Me parece que no nos escucha ella a nosotros. All right. Rocío, what about number 2?
Yes, ¿la leo?
Yeah.
We're going to see the new Spielberg film tonight. I think that will fun.
Okay, I think that
it will fun. No,
it will be
fun.
It will be fun.
Will fun.
It will be fun. It will be fun. All right. Silvina, what about the same number 2?
I think it will bored.
It will be bored?
Yes.
It will be, it will be boring.
Boring.
The film will be boring. All right. So
I think same.
Okay, so boo, you're pessimist. You're pessimist. All right. Flor, can you read number 3?
Yes. My train leaves in 20 minutes. I will be bored.
I will be bored.
Yes. I will be.
You will be. You will be bored because you have to wait 20 minutes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So you don't have patience. All right. No patience for Flor. What about you, Lucia? My train leaves in 20 minutes.
I think I will be late in my class.
Okay, to my class. Oh, all
To
right.
my class.
Okay, so boo, you're pessimist. Marucci, what about number 4? We are having a party in the garden on Saturday. What is your response?
Um, Maybe the neighbors will get mad.
Oh, the neighbors will get mad. All right. So boo, you're pessimist as well.
It's the
Nico
only one.
is the only one. All right. Nico, what about
Um,
this one? We're having a party in the garden on Saturday.
we will have a good time.
All right. So Nico is optimistic. All right. He's a very optimistic young man. All right. What about Flor? Flor, number 5. Flor Saavedra. I have an interview for a new job tomorrow.
I will be nervous.
You will be nervous. All right.
Yes.
All right. Boo, pessimist. And Andrea, what about you?
I think I'm gonna be ready. I will be ready.
Okay, you will be ready. Very good. Excellent. You are also optimistic. Very good. Okay, so let's go back to this one. And here, for example, you will have to listen to the introduction of a radio program, and you're going to tell me why is positive thinking good for you. All right? Why is positive thinking good for you? Ustedes van a responderme esa pregunta, ¿sí? Mientras ustedes escuchan lo que yo les voy a pasar. And then we are going to guess. What was the meaning of guess? ¿Se acuerdan?
Adivinar.
Very good. We are going to guess the missing words in these color tips. Van a ver que hay muchos que llaman y dan consejos. So we have color 1, color 2, color 3. So these are people. We are going to guess what are the words missing. And here, for example, you have a hint. You have 1 letter, all right? Or 2 letters like this one, okay? You are going to complete after you listen to the radio program, you're going to complete these color tips con lo que ustedes piensan que ellos van a decir. ¿Está? All right. So, this is 6.7. And which one? This one. Está hoy muy lenta mi computadora, no sé. Está lenta mi computadora y yo. Both.
.5. I'll be late. I'll be
Today's topic is positive thinking. We all know that people who are positive enjoy life more than people who are negative and pessimistic. But scientific studies show that positive people are also healthier. They get better more quickly when they are ill, and they live longer. A recent study has shown that people who are optimistic and think positively live on average 9 years longer than pessimistic people. So let's hear what you, the listeners, think. Do you have any ideas to help us be more positive in our lives?
6.7.
Today's topic is positive thinking. We all know that people who are positive enjoy life more than people who are negative and pessimistic. But scientific studies show that positive people are also healthier. They get better more quickly when they are ill, and they live longer. A recent study has shown that people who are optimistic and think positively live on average 9 years longer than pessimistic people. So let's hear what you, the listeners, think. Do you have any ideas to help us be more positive in our lives?
All right. So, why is positive thinking good for us?
Because
The people live longer.
Very good. People live longer if they
Are
think
healthier.
positively.
They're healthier.
They are healthier.
Enjoy more the life.
Very good. And they enjoy life better. Very good.
Yes.
All right. So and they are healthier because they can recover easily from or after an illness, right? After being ill or after being sick, they can recover easily, okay? Se pueden recuperar rápidamente. All right. So let's guess the words that these from the tips that these colors give. So the first one is live in the not in the p. Think.
Live in the present, not in the past. I don't know.
Right. So let's see. I'm going to write it here. So live in the present and not in the past. This is what Kata said. What about color 2?
Think positive, not negative ones.
Think positive thoughts. What is the meaning of thoughts? Thoughts? Pensamientos. Very good.
Okay.
Not what?
Negative.
Not negative one. All right. What about color 3? Lucia, what do you think? Don't spend a lot of time following the online or on TV. No? What about, for example, Flor? What do you think, Flor Saavedra? Don't spend a lot of time following the online or on TV.
No, o sea, estoy escuchando, pero no lo hice porque no tengo ese libro.
No, I know. We are doing it just right now.
Don't spend a lot of time following the negative.
Okay, negative, let's see. What about this one, color 4? Every week, make a list of all the
Good things.
Okay. Good things that happen to you, all right. And color 5, try to use positive
Language.
Okay, when you speak to other people. All right. So let's listen to the colors and let's check if these are okay or these are not okay.
6.8. Our first caller this evening is Andy. Hi, Andy. What's your tip for being positive?
Hello. Well, I think it's very important to live in the present, not in the past. Don't think about mistakes you made in the past. You can't change things now. The important thing is to think about how you can do things better now and in the future.
Thank you,
Sorry. So, was it correct?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's correct. It's correct. Esperen. Creo que era este. Yeah. This one is correct. Excellent. So let's listen to the other one. Miren, ¿escuchan si yo hago esto?
Andy.
¿Escuchan ahí bien?
Yes.
¿O no?
Sí, se escucha.
And now we have another caller. What's your name, please?
Oh, hi, my name's Julie. My tip is think positive thoughts, not negative ones. We all have negative thoughts sometimes, but when we start having them, we need to stop and try to change them into positive ones. Like, if you have an exam tomorrow and you start thinking, I'm sure I'll fail, then you'll fail the exam. So you need to change that negative thought to a positive thought. Just think to yourself, I'll pass that exam. I do this, and it usually works.
Thank you, Julie.
All right. So, Julie, ya.
Ahí sí se escuchaba como un eco,
Sí.
por lo menos a mí.
Se escucha, me tengo que apagar sí o sí el micrófono.
Pero igual
Bien.
no es tan molesto. No pasa
All
nada.
right. So, is Julie, or Julie says, think positive thoughts, not negative ones?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Very good. All right. So let's continue.
And our next caller is Martin. Hi, Martin.
Hi. My tip is don't spend a lot of time following the news online or on TV. It's always bad news, and it just makes you feel depressed. Read a book or listen to your favourite music instead, and you won't feel so bad.
Thanks, Martin. Good tip.
All right. So what about this one? So,
news.
Very good. So
News.
this one is not correct. We have here the news. Don't spend a lot of time on following the news online or on TV, because normally, for example, now we go online and we see COVID, muertes, todo.
La guerra.
Guerra. Sí, no, terrible. All right. Okay, let's listen to caller 4.
And our next caller is Miriam. Miriam?
Hi.
Hi, Miriam. What's your tip?
Every week, make a list of all the good things that happened to you on your phone or on a piece of paper. Then, if you're feeling a bit sad or depressed, read the list and it'll make you feel better.
Oh, thanks, Miriam.
What about Miriam? I love the name, Miriam. What about her?
It's correct. Good things.
Yeah, so every week make a list of all the good things that happen to you. Very good. And let's see if caller 5 says try to use positive language when you speak to other people.
And our last call is from Michael. Hi, Michael. We're listening.
Hi. I think it's good to try to use positive language when you speak to other people. You know, if your friend has a problem, don't say, I'm sorry, or, oh, poor you. Say something positive, like, don't worry, everything will be okay. That way, you'll make the other person think more positively about their problem.
Thank you, Michael. Well, that's all we've got time for. A big thank you to all our callers, and we hope that it's made some...
All right. So, does he say, sorry, does he say this? Try to use positive language?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Very good. Excellent. So you're very good at guessing the words. Excellent. Nice job. All right. So now we're going to pass on. We're going to continue talking about positive and negative thinking, but this will be homework, right? Yo les voy a dejar una tareita con respecto a esta página. Sí, pero se las voy a dejar para que ustedes sigan practicando positive and negative thinking. Remember that I am going to upload this page so that you can have it there, right? Now we are going to move a little bit on to, I would say, a positive, a positive way to look at life, right? And we will talk a little bit about one important thing in our life, that is love, right? In this case, for example, I will always love you. This is very positive, right? I will always love you. What does it mean?
In Spanish,
Yeah, in Spanish. What does it
que
mean?
siempre te voy a amar.
Okay, very good. Siempre te amaré o siempre te voy a amar. Does it ring a bell? I will always love you. Does it ring a bell? Does it sound familiar to you? This phrase?
La canción de
Yes.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah, the song by Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, right? En this song, ¿sí? Esta canción no es de Whitney Houston, ¿sabían ustedes? I Will Always Love You.
No.
¿Sabían que no es de ella? En realidad ella la canta, pero es una canción escrita hace mucho, pero mucho tiempo atrás por otra artista que es muy conocida también, que es Dolly Parton. ¿Sí? All right. Bueno, eso es una especie de dato curioso. All right. So here we are going to focus on happy people, on positive people, and we're going to see, for example, two photos of a couple. So you're going to tell me how old do you think they are in each photo, and what do you think happened between the two photos? So here, for example, you have a couple, and here you have the same couple years later. So how old do you think they are in each photo?
They are happy.
They are young. They are young. ¿En cuál foto?
In the
first.
Okay, in the first photo or the photo on the left. ¿Sí? On the left, a la izquierda. How old do you think they are here?
15.
15.
20.
Oh.
Okay, 20, perhaps 20 something. And here?
40. 50.
40. 40, 50. Ok, sí, están medio baqueteados acá, pobres. Sí, ya les ha pasado ya el tren de la vida. Bien. So, what do you think happened between the two photos?
The time.
The time.
Okay, yeah, time. And what else?
They get
Because
married.
they look happy in the two of the photos.
In the two photos,
know.
yeah. Okay, perhaps they got married and they have children and they lived happily ever after. Or what else?
It may be problems.
Okay, even it may be a promise. All right. So let's see.
No, problems.
There will be problems. All right. Okay. So listen, the title is I Will Never Forget You. So let's see. I want you to read the text. I want you to read the text, and I want you to complete the text with some of these words that you have here. This one. It says, a few years later, 17 years ago, for 10 years, or a year after.
El profe lo completamos nosotros.
Yeah, of course. I will give you time to read. Can you see there the is it clear?
Ahí sí, profe.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
All right. Ready? Not yet?
No.
All right. So what happened? What happened between the two photos?
The couple separate.
Very good. So the couple kind of broke up. Why?
Because
La distancia.
Distance.
Uh-huh. The distance. Very good. The distance. And they met. I mean, these two people met when, or when they were what?
In the 20s.
In their 20s. Very good. En sus 20. Así que ahí Nico estaba bien. Very good. In their 20s. Okay. And what happened after that? They broke up, but
And in the future, they get married.
No. In the future, no. Steve, what did Steve try to do?
Get in touch.
Very good. Get in touch. Get in touch with Carmen, right? Because he was in love with her, right? ¿Sí? ¿Y qué pasó?
She changed the address. What's that?
Very good. So Carmen changed the address. Very good. And he sent the letters to what?
To her mother.
To her mother. Very good. ¿Y qué pasó ahí? ¿Qué pasó con las letras?
He asked her if she was married.
No. What happened to the letters?
The mother didn't send the letter.
The mother didn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
The mother didn't give the letters to Carmen, so she never knew about Steve's letters. ¿Sí? Como una madre rencorosa, una madre que no quería que se casara con Steve. Me hace acordar las novelas mexicanas esto. ¿Sí? ¿Qué haces besando a la lisiada? Bueno, algo parecido, ¿sí? Now we're going to listen to a part of a news program about Steve and Carmen. And you're going to answer these questions because here we have like a happy couple. So why, if she never knew about the letters, how did she find those letters? All right. So let's listen to the news program and let's answer these questions. What happened 10 years after Steve sent the letter? What happened when Carmen got the letter? What happened when Carmen called Steve? And what happened when the couple met again? And what happened last week? All right? So let's listen to the news program.
Here, 10 years after Steve, builders were renovating the living room.
¿Ahí escuchan? ¿O escuchan también con mucho eco?
No, sí, yo escucho bien, yo por lo menos yo.
All right.
6.9. Earlier this year, 10 years after Steve sent the letter, some builders were renovating the living room in Carmen's mother's house in Spain. When they were working on the fireplace, they found Steve's letter. They gave it to Carmen's sister, and she sent the letter to Carmen in Paris. Carmen was now 42, and she was still single.
When I got the letter, I didn't call Steve immediately because I was so nervous. I kept picking up the phone and putting it down again. I nearly didn't phone him at all, but I knew that I had to make the call.
Carmen finally made the call, and Steve answered the phone. He was also now 42, and he was also single.
I couldn't believe it when she phoned. I've just moved house, but luckily I kept my old phone number.
Steve and Carmen arranged to meet in Paris a few days later.
When we met, it was like a film. We ran across the airport and into each other's arms. Within 30 seconds of seeing each other again, we were kissing. We fell in love all over again.
Last week, the couple got married, 17 years after they first met.
I never got married in all those years, but now I have married the man I've always loved.
Years after Steve sent the letter.
6.9.
Earlier this year, 10 years after Steve sent the letter, some builders were renovating the living room in Carmen's mother's house in Spain. When they were working on the fireplace, they found Steve's letter. They gave it to Carmen's sister, and she sent the letter to Carmen in Paris. Carmen was now 42, and she was still single.
When I got the letter, I didn't call Steve immediately because I was so nervous. I kept picking up the phone and putting it down again. I nearly didn't phone him at all, but I knew that I had to make the call.
Carmen finally made the call, and Steve answered the phone.
was also now 42, and he was also single.
I couldn't believe it when she phoned. I've just moved house, but luckily I kept my old phone number.
Steve and Carmen arranged to meet in Paris a few days later.
When we met, it was like a film. We ran across the airport and into each other's arms. Within 30 seconds of seeing each other again, we were kissing. We fell in love all over again.
Last week, the couple got married, 17 years after they first met.
I never got married in all those years, but now I have married the man I've always loved.
All right. So here, for example, we have the ending of the story, the second part. So we have said that they met in the UK when they were young, all right? They got engaged, but then they broke up because Carmen had to move, so the long distance was very difficult for them. And then Steve sent a lot of letters, but Carmen's mother kept those letters and she didn't give the letters to Carmen. All right. So what happened 10 years after Steve sent the letter?
Found the letter, Professor?
Sorry?
Found the letter?
Very good. Who found the letter?
Carmen in
The sister.
Sister.
No.
Some boulders?
Some builders. Very good. What is the meaning of builders?
Albañiles.
Los albañiles le estaban renovando ahí la chimenea, que es el fireplace, and they found the letters. Perhaps they were renovating the fireplace because, I don't know, perhaps Carmen's mother died and they wanted to sell the house. So they found the letters, very good, and they gave the letters to
Carmen's sister.
Carmen's sister. And Carmen's sister gave the letter to Carmen. All right. So what happened when Carmen got the letter?
She was nervous.
Very good. She was nervous. And what else?
And
Send the letters immediately.
She's phoned Steve.
Very good. And then she phoned Steve. All right. She was speaking the phone. She was leaving the phone. She was hanging. She didn't know how to. All right. But finally, she phoned Steve. What happened when Carmen called Steve? What did he do? What did Steve do? Don't remember?
They arranged to meet in Paris.
Okay. So they arranged to meet in Paris. All right. Arrange. What is the meaning of arrange? They organized. All right. They organized, they program to meet in Paris. Very good. And what happened when the couple met again?
It looked like a film.
Very good. So it looked like a film. All right.
They fell in love again.
They fell in love again. It was like 17 years ago. All right. So they were still single. And last week, what happened?
They got married.
They got married. All right. Very good. And here, for example, we have one final question. It says, why do you think Carmen's mother didn't send the letter? And do you think I will never forget you is a promise people usually keep or break? So, sorry, you have here two questions. The first one is, why do you think Carmen's mother didn't send the letter?
Maybe she didn't like Steve.
Perhaps she didn't like Steve. What else? ¿Cómo digo? Quería que su hija se casara con otra persona.
She want her sister got married with another person.
Okay, she wanted her daughter, her child, to marry another person. All right, to marry or to get married to another person. All right. Okay, so you see, this is like a Mexican telenovela. Like, no te vas a casar, no te voy a dejar, right? All right. And what about the phrase, I will never forget you? Do you think it's a promise people usually keep or break?
Break.
Break. People break this promise all the time.
No, we know.
Okay, it depends. ¿Algunos de ustedes le han dicho, te prometo que no te voy a olvidar? ¿Les han dicho eso o no? A ver, ¿a quién le ha dicho? Ay, ahora se hacen los vergonzosos. Todos se hacen los vergonzosos acá. Como si no les hubieran dicho eso. No, te prometo que no te voy a olvidar. No sos vos, soy yo el problema. ¿Sí? En la típica. All right. So, well, this, I think, depends on the person, right? It depends on the person. Perhaps people who love each other, this is a promise that they keep, or if they don't love each other, they usually break this promise. All right. Se hacen los vergonzosos, así que voy a pasar este tema rápido porque digo, bueno, si no, no les va a gustar hablar mucho sobre esto. Okay, so here we're going to see, because as you see, I will never forget is what? Is a prediction. Is it a prediction? I will never forget you.
No.
Yes.
It's a promise.
A promise.
All right, yeah, it's a promise, it's not a prediction, right? And here you have will. ¿Sí? Y decimos, ay, no, pero no lo usamos con las predicciones. All right. We're going to see that will, right? Will and want can be used in some other ways. ¿Sí? Y acá tenemos shall. Shall lo van a encontrar, pero shall es muy británico. Y shall generalmente lo van a encontrar solamente para las primeras personas. Es decir, para las personas con I and we. En vez de decir, will I go to the cinema tonight? Shall I go to the cinema tonight? ¿Sí? En vez de decir, will we go to the cinema tonight? Vamos a decir, shall we go to the cinema tonight? Entonces, para will and I, en vez de usar will, usan shall. Son las primeras personas. La primera persona el singular, la primera persona el plural. ¿Sí? Pero no le pasen mucha pelota. Perdón por ser tan directo. So, I want you to read the sentences here, and you're going to tell me, right? First it says, read the sentences and write them in the speech bubble A to F, right? So here you have the speech bubble, no, solamente son acá. Here, for example, sí, bueno, está el speech bubble. Me parece que no estaban. No está. Bien. You're going to read the sentences, this one, and you're going to tell me which people are offering to do something, deciding to do something, and promising to do something. Le vamos a poner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, o A, B, C, sí, no me importa el orden. No me importa la letra o el número, sino el orden. So, which people, for example, in the first one, which people is offering to do something, deciding to do something, or promising to do something?
Promising to do something.
Okay. A ver, le voy a poner acá así no se confunde. 1, 2.
What is kitty?
Sorry?
What is titty? O titty, no sé.
Tidy. Tidy, like
tidy.
you organize, you fix everything in your room. You put your room in order.
También no significa como calmado o no.
No. That will be calmed.
Bien.
All right. So who is offering to do something? Who is offering to do something?
Number 8.
Number 8. I will come back tomorrow and finish it. All right.
Number
Let's see.
3.
Number 3 that says, shall I drive? Está como medio ahí, pero es la número 3. Shall I drive? All right. And what else? No? Okay. What about this one? Deciding to do something.
1.
Okay. Number 1.
2.
Number 2. Okay.
¿Cuál?
Number 4. Number 4. Number 7. I will have what she's having. All right. And what about this one? Promising to do something.
8.
Number 8.
Number 6.
And number 6.
4.
4.
And 4. Okay. ¿Cuántas hay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Sí, profe,
6.
no hay 7.
Ay, vieron que yo estoy re mal. Ustedes me tienen que, ya les dije, salgo de una escuela muy mal, entonces ustedes me tienen que decir, no, profe, te equivocas. Está contando de más. All right. So, ahí está. Y no hay 7. Entonces la 7 vendría siendo acá la 6. O la 5. La 5 vendría siendo. Y acá tenemos 6 y 5. Okay. So let's see. It says, offering to do something. Number 1, I will tidy my room now. What is the meaning of I will tidy my room now?
Ordenaré mi cuarto.
Ese ordenaré lo hemos buscado en el Google Translate. ¿Sí? Voy a ordenar mi cuarto, che. ¿Me estoy ofreciendo a hacer algo ahí? I don't think so. No, I don't.
Promises.
Sí, eso no es. ¿Sí? Number 1 is deciding to do something. ¿Sí? Deciding. Right? I will tidy my room now. All right. So what about this one? Number 3, shall I drive? Offering to do something. That would be okay. Shall I drive? ¿Qué es lo que sería?
Si la puedo llevar.
Ajá. O, che, ¿manejo?
Manejo.
¿Querés que maneje yo? ¿Manejo?
Offering to do something.
Yeah, very good. So number 3 is okay. Habíamos dicho que la número 1 and deciding to do something was okay. What about number 2? I won't have any more.
Deciding.
Yeah, deciding. Very good. In Spanish, how do you say this phrase?
Que no quiero más.
No quiero más, ya estoy lleno. No quiero más. ¿Sí? And number 5, I will have what she's having. Is it correct?
Sí.
Yeah, what is the meaning of I will have what she's having?
Que voy a tener lo que ella tiene.
Ajá. This is normally for a restaurant.
Yo tendré
Che,
lo
¿me
que
traes
ella
la...
tenía.
Sí, en Argento decimos, che, ¿me traes lo mismo? Che, te voy a pedir lo mismo que ella. ¿Sí? I would have what she's having. Or what they are having. Tráete otra birrita. Acá hay una. ¿Sí? All right. Promising to do something. Number 6. I will come back tomorrow and finish it.
Que voy a volver mañana y lo voy a terminar.
All right, could be a promise. But it could also be what?
Deciding.
Deciding. Che, no doy más. Así que I will come back tomorrow and finish it. Right? So it could be both. Deciding and promising. What about number 5? I will have what she's having. Is that a promise?
No.
No. Right?
Deciding.
So it's not a promise.
Deciding
And this,
to do something.
yeah. And number 4, this won't hurt.
Promise.
Promising.
To do something.
This is a promising to do something. I'm laughing because normally, bueno, no voy a decir nada cochino, pero generalmente unos hombres dicen esto. Sí, no, te prometo no va a doler o una cosa así, es lo que siempre dicen. All right, so this is a promise, right? O por ejemplo, cuando cuando los nenes, por ejemplo, les ponen las vacunas, te prometo, this won't hurt, okay? I promise this won't hurt, okay? Vaccination is not a problem. All right, so, che, esto encima está quedando grabado, así que va a salir como que el teacher está hablando cosas obscenas en clases y no sé, esto no sale de la clase, right? Okay, so, you see here you have different uses of will. Normally, we use will to offer help. For example, there is a lady walking, and the lady is a very, she's a very old lady, and she's carrying the bags, right? And I say, don't worry, I will help you, okay? En este caso, por ejemplo, le estoy ofreciendo ayuda. I will help you. Or something, for example, or another use of will is decision at the moment of speaking. Oh, che, estoy re cansado. I will come back tomorrow and finish it. Oh, it is very hot in here. Can you, please, will you open the window? Will you open the window? ¿Te abrirías la ventana? O ¿puedes abrir la ventana? Will you open the window? Right? Because it is very hot in here, ¿sí? O si no, voy a decir, oh, I will open the window. So a decision at the moment of speaking, ¿sí? En este momento decido algo y voy a hacer algo que va a pasar en el futuro, pero es una decisión. And then promises, right? So I promise I will love you forever. I promise I will help you with whatever you are facing, ¿sí? I promise you I will never forget you, right? So we have some time, a little bit of time, and I want you to think of 2 offers to make to a friend. 2 offers to make to a friend, 2 promises to make to me, to your teacher, and 2 decisions about what to do this evening. So think of 2 offers to make to a friend. Podemos, en vez de friend, to make to a classmate, right? 2 promises to make to a classmate instead of a friend. 2 promises to make to me. And 2 decisions about what to do this evening. With a class, all together. A ver, ¿qué podemos hacer esta tarde? So, Andrea, this is speaking, so don't worry about making mistakes.
Okay.
Okay, so Andrea, what about the two offers?
I can offer someone to study together.
Okay, but how would you say that to your friend?
I will help you with your math problems or
With your
something.
with your math problems. Very good. All right. And the other offer?
No tengo idea.
No? Okay. Nico, one offer to make to a friend or to a classmate?
I will visit you on Saturday, or no, I will se me ocurre.
Ok. Ya, chicas, ahí ya Nico ya quiere ir a visitarlas ya. Con Paula Medina está un poquito medio complicado el pasaje en avión ahora.
No llegan.
So perhaps I will visit you and help you with, I don't know, with your English skills or whatever. What about the promises? The promises, Silvina. What promises can you make to me?
I will to review the English classes.
Okay, you will revise the English classes. Very good. Marucci, what about you?
I will practice at home.
You will practice at home. Very good. Rocio, Rochi, what promises can you make to me?
I passed the test on June.
Okay, that will be a very big test. Sorry, a big promise. Okay. Paula Medina?
I will practice to talk English.
Okay, very good. All right. And for example, what decisions can you make about this evening? Let's see. What are the invitations? Kata?
I will cook for my classmates.
All right. Okay. So what is your address, Kata?
Bueno, I don't know if today, but one day.
No, because this is about this evening. So sorry. Bueno,
I
chicos,
know.
estamos todos invitados a la casa de Cata. ¿Qué nos vas a preparar, Cata?
Pizza.
Pizza. Bueno, vamos a cenar temprano entonces. Yendo.
Well,
All right. Okay. Flor, think about this evening.
I will go to the, ¿cómo se dice? Football tonight.
To football?
Yes.
Okay, to a football match. Where?
O sea, ¿en qué lugar?
Ajá, where?
En Desamparados.
Okay, but there is a match, right? There is a football match.
Yes.
Okay, bien, entonces Flor nos paga a todos la entrada para ir a ver el partido. All right, who else? Who else we have here? Paula Vera, what decisions can you make about this evening?
I will go to the CrossFit class.
CrossFit. Ay, pero Paula, te cortaste sola. No, nos tenés que invitar a todos. ¿No que vamos a ir a todos a hacer CrossFit? No, yo ayer ya fui al gimnasio. All right. Where, Paula? Where do you go and do CrossFit?
Close to my mom's house.
But do you know the name? She doesn't want to tell you the name. ¿Cómo se llama?
The name of the gym?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, we have this unknown gym ahí cerca de la casa de Paula. All right. Okay. And who else is missing? Flor Saavedra. What are the invitations for today? What decisions can you make?
I will go to the bar with you.
Ay, with me. Ay, bien. Flor me invitó a mí, así que ustedes no los invito. All right. With you, normally when you want to invite more people, you say with you all. With you all. Como con todos ustedes. With you all. All right. Bien, entonces Flor se va a pagar ahí unos mojitos, un gincito. Ahí. Así que lleva dólares porque somos varios. All right. So, listen. That's all for today. Hoy ha sido una clase que hemos visto muchas cosas, han escuchado, han revisado, sobre todo will, ¿sí? Que es la forma más común para hablar sobre predictions, no tanto may and might. But next class, we're going to do something that is about going to the doctor, all right? And here, for example, you will have to, the doctor will have to make some predictions, all right? And you will have a short dialogue and you will have to speak a lot, all right? So be prepared to speak, porque vamos a hacer mucha parte de escucha, alguna cosa de escrita, pero lo demás va a ser todo que ustedes tengan que armar diálogo, all right? So be prepared for that. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So for
Yes.
homework, lo único que van a tener es esto. You're going to read, right, this text, right? And you're going to tell me what is defensive pessimism. What is defensive pessimism? ¿Sí? Y eso es lo único que van a tener que ustedes hacer. Leer and tell me what is defensive pessimism. Porque hemos visto pessimistic, pessimist, pessimistic es el adjetivo, pessimist es la persona, ¿sí? Pero también podemos decir he is pessimistic, ¿sí? Que él es pesimista.